1, 2, 3.
Welcome to our podcast.
No, you got to do the somebody say.
All right. Oh, that's what we're doing? I bet. 1, 2, 3.
Somebody save me. I didn't know you were going to go full force, bro.
That hurt, man. I'm sick.
I did it, bro. Dude, I did it in a falsetto low.
I know. I heard it.
And you went dead hard, like super high.
That was a big mistake.
If you want it, break right through me.
Well, I'm not even going to try. I have a sore throat. So.
I know. Well, welcome back to another episode of the Patchy Beards podcast.
Yes, welcome, people.
If you don't know about Smallville, then
well, before we get into that,
get some knowledge.
Before we get into that, I just want to say April Fool's to everybody. Even though a week later,
you know, he thinks that it's an April Fool's, but it wasn't.
I wasn't fired.
It wasn't. It's just Mario couldn't cut it, so we had to go back.
Yeah,
to
we
you.
had to settle going back to Jonathan.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't settle. Y'all took me for granted.
No,
That's
so
what it was.
we hoped you enjoyed your 1 week vacation. And, we're not exactly super excited about going back to you, but it works for now, we guess. So,
You know what, though?
welcome back.
For you to miss this podcast, I think you literally need to be dying.
Dude, I'm still dying.
Or on vacation. Like a vacation I can understand because you're literally not here to do it. Or you're dying. You are sick with death.
Nah.
I saw this guy,
I'm
Jonathan.
sick with Death's father.
Yeah.
That's how sick I am.
Yeah. Death Senior. So I saw this guy. I don't know what day it was.
It was Saturday.
It was Saturday, right? It was Saturday. He texted me the night before. He's like, hey, bro, I'm sick, so I'm not going to be able to, we had something planned on Saturday. I'm not going to be able to do the thing we had planned on Saturday. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I see him in the morning. Bro, this guy looked like, have you guys seen that Kylie Jenner thing where they like suck the lips and make them like super big and swollen?
Yeah.
It looked like Jonathan did that with like one of those paint buckets.
Yeah,
like
that's how my face was, bro.
His face was swollen, sucked out with blood,
like
coming out of his pores.
I still kind of have them a little bit. But
you do have a little bit, but no. But you were like,
bro, I was hurting.
What did you have?
Bronchitis. I still have it. I got the bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got to have
I got
that.
an upper lung respiratory infection.
I thought you were gonna say upper lip. I'm like, oh.
No, I don't.
I got an upper lip
a little too personal.
That's called bad breath.
Or herpes.
Yeah, I definitely
get some lipoderm.
I don't got herpes. I promise. Anyways, I just thought of a joke. Anyways, no, dude, it's Friday night. I get home after we had our service and everything, and then when I was texting you, I was literally on the toilet, like killing myself, like with like.
Yo, that just reminded me of something I saw on my job. I'm gonna say it afterwards.
I've been coughing the whole week. That's why I missed Monday. Like I was at work, I was coughing, I left early.
Yeah, but that was the Monday before.
No, that was the Monday of the week of.
Yeah.
So Friday night, I came here. I did everything I had to do. I went out to eat. We went to Pollo Tropical. I had the mojo roast.
Mojo roast? What?
That's what it's called, right?
Mojon roast.
Mojo roast.
Mojo roast.
Yeah, but you said mojo roast.
Oh, I just said it all together. Y'all know it. I'm sick. That's my excuse.
Mojo roast and Westeros.
Did you enjoy the undercooked rice they always give you?
Yes.
Where was that at?
Pollo Tropical.
Oh, Pollo Tropical.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like the rice is overcooked. Like
no,
I be getting
it's
some
super undercooked. It's like not even
the pegao, bro.
It's not even individual grains. Like they leave it for such little time that it's still like mushed together.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what it is? I actually think that it's because they're constantly steaming. Like it's just like it's not ever not cooking.
They don't give it time.
Yeah, no, it's always cycling out.
Yeah,
that's how they do it.
Boom.
They're always.
But
cooking.
I'll kill half a chicken.
Oh, for sure. Half chicken with the Hawaiian
after
sweet roll.
After we ate there, I went home, whatever. But I was with my girlfriend. I told her, I was like, I gotta go, babe. I gotta go. So I was driving my own car. I drove home, and the whole car ride, I was coughing, and I have a long drive home.
So it just got so So just so I'm making sure I'm following you. So Monday you were just not feeling good.
No, Monday I was coughing like a lot.
Oh, so
So it turns out I had this whole lung infection this whole week.
So it wasn't like you had the flu or cold thing. It was more like you just couldn't stop coughing.
Yeah.
I had a cough for like 3 months straight, and I never got it checked out.
Yeah.
That's
usually bronchitis.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy just
and it's like a dry, like heaving cough, you know?
Yeah.
It goes through stages.
Mhm.
Like sometimes it'll start off as a wet cough, and then it'll like you'll be coughing up like mucus and all kinds of things you didn't know your body had, and then it starts getting dry, and then you feel like something needs to come out, but nothing ever comes out, and then you get a sore throat, and
it sucks.
Yeah.
Like when I was throwing up, like
Mhm.
I basically threw up what I ate in order. Like, you know how when they give you
Oh
everything?
man, yeah, like
I literally saw like the peppers come out first,
the mojo
onions,
roast that you were
then the
talking
pork,
about.
and then the rice.
Dude, talking about throwing up, I was gonna bring that was what I was gonna bring up earlier. But I started a new job today. Today was my first day at my new job. And
Yay!
Byron is out of town, so it won't have that this week.
Yay! We
Yeah.
gotta do it ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta do it ourselves. So I was gonna go on lunch, right? And I kind of already explained it to this guy, but I already talked to Jonathan about it. But so I went on lunch and I was walking by through the parking lot, right? Dude, and I didn't know where, legit. I'm just walking, and you know how you notice something in like the corner of your eye?
Mhm.
So I just kind of just looked at it really quick. And when I looked, dude, it was a girl on her knees, like on the asphalt, like on the actual ground, on her knees, crying. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I look, dude, she's hovered, she's like hunched over her tire. Dude, her whole tire and the rim and the street was full of throw up.
She detailed that car, man.
Bro, and she's just looking at me. Like, we locked eyes for a good 10 seconds, bro. And no, she just looked at me like that, like that face of like my insides are destroyed, right?
Dang.
And I looked at her and I was like, I don't know you. I don't know anybody at this job. So I'm not gonna help you.
Dang.
And I just walked away.
That would have been your opportunity to help somebody and get to know someone.
The company that I work for, they have a building that probably they have 1,000 employees there. My department has 5. So no. I'm gonna
I mean, besides
help the
like,
people.
what else could you have done? Really?
I mean, exactly.
Nothing
That was
but
another
ask
reason
if
why I
you're
didn't.
okay.
I was really more disturbed that she was going through that whole situation in front of her job.
Maybe you could have gotten her some water,
From where?
some paper towels,
Palm
hold her
tree leaf.
hair.
From where
While
I had
she
no
grows
access
up.
into the building. I didn't have a key card yet.
Yeah, that conversation would have just been awkward. Like,
It was super
hey,
awkward.
are you okay? No.
Obviously
I
not.
hope you feel better.
You know, I like. Do you guys ever like notice that like people kind of get like mad when you help them? Like in my old job, we had like these really steep stairs, and some girl she tripped going up the stairs, right? And she kind of like fell, and she kind of put her hands on the actual stair, so she stopped, like she was doing a push up on the stairs. So I saw that, and I ran down to her, and I was like, because there was not enough time for me to like
to react or do anything.
No, there wasn't enough time for me to reach her. I reacted. But it was like by the time I got to her, she had already like caught herself, and I was like, "You okay?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. It's whatever." Only I would trip going. I'm like, "All right, I'm just trying to say like, are you okay?"
That's ridiculous.
I mean, that's just pride.
An embarrassment.
Yeah, and lashing out. But I kind of do get mad, not in those scenarios, but more so when I'm like trying to do a job and I feel like I could do it myself, and someone wants to like micromanage the situation and try to insert their opinions or their quote unquote help when it's not needed, and it kind of sometimes is detrimental to the situation. That really irritates me. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves is a manager that micromanages everything and doesn't let their employees do their jobs.
Because it makes you look bad too.
Yeah, it's kind of like backhanded. Like, you don't know how to do your job well enough, so let me help you. And I can't stand that. even though sometimes it may come from a good place, but really it comes off.
Do you ever
as
say anything about it to
douchey.
them or no?
Huh?
Do you ever say it, like bring it up, or like do you say anything in the moment?
In the moment, I'll just. It depends on the situation. Sometimes I let it slide. Sometimes I'm like, I'm okay. I got it. But what really can you do? I mean, you gotta be careful how you talk to your superiors at the end of the day. So
That's true.
yeah. But we never even great transition. We never even talked about the whole reason we started off with the Smallville theme. We just let people in the dust
yeah.
about
Well,
that.
I was going to, but then this guy started doing something else.
Well, I wanted to reintroduce myself.
You don't get a reintroduction.
You're
dude.
not
Well,
worthy
I
of
got
that.
one anyways.
You're not
because
worthy of that.
you did it yourself. That's why you got fired in the first place.
Well, I'm welcome.
You whatever.
Mario, come back.
Yeah, come on, Mario
Marchese.
Marchese.
Anyways,
Marchese writes.
yeah,
Shout out to your music. Shout out to Angela. We'll get into that.
yeah, Angela.
So I don't know. Oh, the Smallville.
Yeah.
Yes.
Smallville.
Yeah, if any
So
yeah,
there, there's always that one girl on the show who, it's not that she's not hot. She's just not the hottest one. So she gets, given the less important role because she's not the hot one. She's the less hot one. And, sometimes that brings on some resentment. Sometimes,
You think that's it?
sometimes because of that and the way they treat you, you lash out in the real world and you join a cult that recruits women.
Is that how it works for most females? Like you get, looked over by your hotter friend, so you go join a sex cult and get other people involved in it
So that
against
you
their
can
will.
be the hottest one.
Yeah.
That seems to be what occurred with our lady friend Christy Mack.
No, Allison.
Allison Mack.
Chrissy Mack. Whoa.
Christy Mack, someone else.
That is someone else. You're hot enough for me to know that your last name is Mack, but not enough to know your first name is
because
Allison.
we're thinking about the whole sex cult thing. So that was a hilarious Freudian slip.
That's so funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, apparently.
That's nothing to do with my character or my habits.
Anyways, yeah. If you guys at all back early 2000 watched the show Smallville, shows about the young version of Superman in his up and coming years. And there was a character in the show, his best friend. After the show, she ended up joining a sex cult.
Bro, we literally just explained
It was the blonde girl with short hair.
It was the blonde girl with short hair.
Yeah,
in case
it was
you
the
saw.
girl
that
that
was
ended up
friend-zoned.
being. It was the girl that ended up being. Spoiler alert! 3, 2, 1. Brainiac.
Oracle, then Brainiac. Yeah,
She was Brainiac.
yeah, basically. Well, okay, I'm not gonna get into that. So that's a whole nother
and in love with Clark Kent.
Yeah. But
Lana was
prior-
way hotter than you. Sorry.
yes, man.
I'm sorry.
Lana
and then,
Lang, man.
And then she messed up herself by going on Beauty and the Beast and becoming a cop.
I actually liked that.
I
show.
liked that show too, but
That
it
was
got
a good show.
canceled.
It did. But Allison Mack, she's had this shadow over her. She had this shadow over her. This is why we can't take anything serious in this show, man.
Bro, can you stop
See,
coughing, bro?
I can't, man.
Tell your bronchitis to take a hike, bro.
I got the bronchitis, man. So she's had that shadow over her for a couple years already about the whole sex cult and sex trafficking thing.
Yeah, like if I remember, it was like a rumor.
Yeah.
First it was like a rumor,
Yeah.
and then maybe like some investigation.
And it was a
but-
shocker too
bro,
because
that was like 10 years ago.
exactly, and it was still a shocker because just like she got out the show and she did other movies and small things like afterwards.
Bro, who even knows who that is? To be honest,
She
I could
fell off,
I
though,
couldn't even
after
get
Smallville.
her name right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
She fell off.
Yeah, she fell off, and then she came up with this whole sex cult thing, and on the news today I was reading and
My mom is watching the episode. She said she was called Chloe.
yeah, she was called Chloe.
Her name
in
was
the show.
Chloe.
In the show, yeah.
Yeah.
And dang it, man, this cough.
We're never gonna finish this.
Yeah, I'm never gonna finish. Basically, she pleaded guilty to sex trafficking,
No,
racketeering.
she didn't. She didn't plead guilty to sex trafficking.
According to People Magazine, she pleaded guilty to
probably some
sex
sort of
trafficking.
yeah.
But then again, it's People Magazine.
Dude, the one that I read was racketeering and I'll tell you right now what it is. It was CNN, dude. CNN.
Fake news.
She pleaded guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and racketeering in relating to her alleged role in a sex trafficking case. So she wasn't. So they're not saying that she wasn't a part of the sex trafficking, but she wasn't the trafficker.
Right.
She just assisted in the trafficking.
Which may have been some sort of plea deal she came to an agreement.
Yeah, they brought her down.
That's crazy, man. You know what's funny?
I don't even know what racketeering is.
You know what's crazy? The actress who played Lana Lang, who was the pretty one on the show, she actually, after the show, she did a few shows and movies afterwards, but then she's doing the opposite of what this chick Chloe's doing. She joined like an organization that helps girls with their like.
How ironic.
Yeah, it would help them with their self-esteem and their.
But for a time they thought that Allison Mack was also doing that, and they actually thought that the girl who plays Lana Lang was a part of whatever it was that
really?
Allison Mack was doing.
And didn't she try to get her into it?
Yeah,
too?
she tried to get Lana Lang into it, and Lana Lang said, "Heck no."
Yeah.
Yeah, according to your mom, her role was to recruit to bring girls to the cult. So
man, LA is a crazy place, man.
Up to date with this,
this all happened in California.
Your mom, yeah.
Oh, my mom, dude. My mom is somebody. It's another.
I'm assuming this all happened in California, right?
This was. I think it was in.
Nah, man, it was in Florida.
It was in New York.
It was a Florida woman.
It was the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York. Talking about U.S. Attorney's Office, 14 people have now pleaded guilty to conspiracy of mail fraud and honest money something for the
college thing.
The college thing. Yep.
College scandal.
Dude, 14 people, and like, dude, all these celebrities are coming up,
yeah,
bro. And one girl, she pleaded guilty, bro. She only paid $15,000.
I was like,
what?
That's nothing.
That's like a few cents to us.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to the $6.5 million that somebody paid. And dude, she went online. I think it was, I forgot her name. I'll have to look it up. But she didn't even like try to sugarcoat it. No, she said, I did this. I feel bad about it. My family's shamed about it. The public is shamed about it. I will live with this for the rest of my life. I take full responsibility.
Are those people being stripped from their degrees and stuff?
No, the kids don't know about it. Some kids did, not all of them.
That's crazy. Personally, I think those kids should have been stripped from that. Like, if they didn't really put in the work, and if they and they were paid off.
Yeah, but you know what though? But let me ask you this question, right? Let me ask you this question. Your parents are well off. You're trying to go into college. Mm-hmm. You apply out of college. Mm-hmm. No. Not even. Is it them going to college is the real crime is that they were taking SAT scores or taking SAT exams on their behalf. So, bro, imagine you're in high school. You go and you take your SAT. You get up in the morning. You go and you take your SAT. You apply to college. You get accepted. Your parents are like, oh, that's so great. You made it. Thank you, dude. You do your first year. You do your second year. And then it comes out of nowhere. Your mom paid somebody to take the test for you. Apply to the school, and they paid the school to make you get in. You're not going to know that. But you see how they don't know that, right?
Yeah, I agree. But then that's still jacked up. The kid literally didn't.
It's not jacked up to the kid.
He didn't earn it. Didn't earn it.
It's not jacked up to the kid. I don't think it's the kid's fault at all. If you want to talk about privilege and opportunity, yeah, it's not fair that there's people who make way more money than us and they're more privileged than us. But that doesn't take away from the fact that these kids are working hard to make it. Lori Laughlin's kids who got put on the crew team, but they're not on the crew team. Okay, that's something different.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
One of the parents. Mm-hmm. They got their kids into the school because they joined a rowing team. Bro, they're not even on the roster. They've never rowed before. Again, I don't know if the kids knew about it or not.
They had to have.
Do you think?
Yeah, that scared the
crap
out of me.
They had to have known to a certain extent.
What my question? And when I was talking about that one person that she straight up said like, yeah, this is my fault. This is on me. And she said, it doesn't excuse what I would do for my kids, right? And I started thinking about it, like, what would I do for my kids? Would I do that for my kids?
I don't
Like,
think
would
I
you do that for your kids?
No, not at all. Especially with the way I was brought up too.
Because it's illegal. I don't think I would do it because it's illegal. But if it was illegal
Like-
for me to pay somebody to ensure my kids' future, I would do it 100%.
Okay.
If it was legal.
Even if it wasn't legal, in the case obviously.
No, it's not legal, bro.
No, I know it's illegal. That's what I said.
You said even if it wasn't illegal. Oh no, yeah, you're right. I'm tripping.
So even in that case, that is the case. If it wasn't legal, but I know they got caught and everything. If you knew for 100,000% that you would not get caught for doing that, would you do it?
See, if I'm being honest, with myself, and I knew 100% that it's fail safe, for sure, I think I would. If I'm being honest, bro, I think I would.
Nah, man. And if you do it or if you don't do it, doesn't mean you don't love your kids anymore or any less or anything. Obviously means you do anything for your kids, but at the same time, if you don't do it, I think that has more significance to it than if you did.
I think there's an interesting argument to be made when it comes to your love for someone and what you're willing to do for that person and how it blurs the lines of morality a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And in this situation, there's also legality involved, and there's also a difference between those two, legality and morality. And I feel like the parents of those kids just approached it from the point of, this may be illegal, but I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong because I'm doing what's best
for my
kids. But maybe they didn't approach it with a wider perspective, understanding that what they're doing is harming other kids. And if they did, then they just saw that the needs of their kids were greater.
It's still harming their own kids too.
No, it is.
Because then you're tainting the kids' one, reputation, your family's reputation. Two, you're basically not limiting their knowledge, but you're not letting them grow either or learn life lessons either.
No, correct. But I think what you asked me is where the key kind of lies in. And again, this is all hypothetical and there's no way for us to prove this or us to actually get this information. But if the parents thought, okay, this is illegal. This is straight up illegal. I can go to jail for this. But I feel that and I know that I'm not going to get caught with this. I'm doing it. Right? That's different than, oh my God, this is illegal. I could get caught and this isn't for sure. That's different. To me, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Again, you're still breaking the law. And for me personally, because it's illegal, I would think twice about it because I don't like doing things that are illegal. It's just the way it is. I don't want to go to jail. But my question would be, did they know it was illegal? Because
the kids or the parents?
No, the parents. And the reason why I say it, I'm not saying that they're dumb enough to think that bribing somebody is illegal. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's so many laws of what is illegal and what isn't illegal. Like, do you think that maybe they thought it wasn't as serious as it is right now?
Yeah, perhaps that's the case. And I feel like people might approach it from that perspective because I think it's pretty clear that wealthy people and well-off people have been doing this since the dawn of time.
Yeah,
like
for sure. They use their money to
since
get
colleges ever existed. The wealthy, the most powerful, always find their ways to the most prestigious schools.
Ivy League colleges.
And you think all those kids are really that smart?
Well, they have a term for that, right? They're called legacies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the term for
like
it.
If that same family keeps going to the same school,
you're a legacy. You're automatically in because you're a legacy.
Like
you got that from the order.
Well, they had it in the order.
Yeah.
they had it in the order, but it's an actual term. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
They have it in the show Riverdale that I watched too. Like, they're a legacy. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah, like, it's crazy because I don't know him personally, obviously, but you look at George Bush. Does he look like a guy that, graduated from where Harvard, was it? Or Yale, one of those two?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just people, like, there's just cases that are like, you scratch your head, like, if that guy didn't have the last name that he had, would he really have gone to that school and made it? It's there's a
No, I
that's
agree.
a real question to
Probably
be had.
not. But then to play devil's advocate, I would say, why wouldn't you use your family's name? Why wouldn't you use your family's
Exactly,
power?
and that's where the whole
You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly.
You'd be dumb not to. I would argue.
Exactly,
No,
and
yeah,
that's how
I
all these parents are approaching it, and that's why the question of morality doesn't even come up because they feel like they'd be a fool not to do it, and perhaps
But-
they're picking for them is picking the lesser of two evils.
But
Yeah.
when you bring it in that aspect, you're saying I don't think there's anything wrong with using your parents' name.
I'm
Like,
not.
for example, like if I'm LeBron James' son.
Yeah, but before you complete that, I'm not talking about the school thing. I'm just talking about you being successful in life. Period. Okay,
Yeah,
continue.
Yeah, I agree with that. But just in the topic of the school
Yeah,
thing
in
too,
the
like,
school thing, yeah.
or in general, like whenever you're trying to pave your way to do something, like it's easier to go down the road your parents have already paved, obviously. Like, for example, like if I was LeBron James' son, like, and that kid has the road paved for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
credit to him. He's a good basketball player. Like, I've seen his highlights. And
yeah, but
he's
even
good.
his dad says, like, I wish I didn't give my son my name.
His name, yeah,
'Cause,
because it
bro,
makes him
you
live
know,
up to
it's
an
a lot of pressure.
expectation.
Bro, that
Yeah.
expectation he has to
Yeah.
live up
Yeah,
to,
I
bro.
agree.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's one thing to use the name, and in their case, for the people in the school, use their finances just to.
Yeah, but that's the parents. But I mean, that's the parents. But I feel like if, for example, right, Michael Jordan is my dad. I want to start my own clothing company or my own shoe company, which his son did. What did he do? My dad is Michael Jordan.
Use the Jordan brand. Yeah.
Use the Jordan brand, get money because why? His dad is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And he made money. I mean, granted, they're expensive. So how to keep that company going, then that falls more on him. But like if my dad was whoever it is, it doesn't even matter who it is, and I wanted to start my own company, I wanted to start Patchy Beard's podcast. Bro, if my dad was any famous person, I'm telling you right now, I would be saying it every single episode. Because we would get views.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that?
And bring him on the podcast.
Of course.
Yeah. You'd have to leverage it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's a fine line between doing that and looking like I don't know, spoiled, I guess, but
Yeah, but I think
what
that
else
has to
can you
just-
do?
That has to do with character and really more than just the finances. But you know, talking about that whole thing of like you do anything for your loved one or whatever, like it takes me to that show You.
We've talked about that.
No, we didn't.
Well, we didn't spoil it, but it was.
yeah, I think we did in
We
the
did talk about
beginning
it?
episode.
But you
Yeah.
think like I think about it now, like you think about straight up
How far
you
go for
killing
someone.
people. Yeah, legit, you're killing people.
Man, that always depends, though. I mean,
Would you kill somebody for your girl?
okay, you always have to put it in a situation. though.
No, okay. There is no self defense, nothing. You're straight up,
Like she straight up told me, I want this person to die.
cold blooded
Go kill
murder,
them.
bro.
No.
Cold blooded murder.
No,
I wouldn't either.
It was different if someone was gonna intentionally harm her, and I had to defend her, and in defending her, I
You
killed that
her.
person.
Yeah, you killed him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I'm saying this right now.
I would.
Somebody comes to my crib. It's two ways. There's two ways. Either I'm getting killed or they're getting killed. There's no other way for me.
For real.
Yeah, legit. Like, bro, if somebody goes into your house and you're there, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who don't want to kill people, so they go when you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
But when they go in and they're like, dude, I don't even care if there's people. If there's people there, we'll deal with it. Bro, that to me, bro, they coming in to kill me.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they go in and they think no one's home. And
Like that one girl who her parents were killed
Mm-hmm.
and she got taken because the guy wanted the kid
That's crazy.
and killed her parents for no reason. And then
That's
she
crazy.
escaped.
That's scary though too. I mean, I pray to God I would never be put in a situation like that, like ever in my life. But if I was,
And this is all
hypothetically,
we're thinking that we'll do exactly what we're thinking because we really don't know what we'll do.
yeah, I don't know what I'd do, but I try to bring to my mind all recollection of any fighting movie I've ever seen, any scenario in that movie ever, or just any movie, like anyone's like BA or something protecting his family.
See, I
and
think
stuff like that.
I think about fighting, and for me, I wouldn't even try. I would just let my natural instincts just do whatever it is it's gonna do.
I feel like that's the reason we have the Second Amendment. And
The right to
why
bear
fight when you can just pop a cap in the fool's head? You know, I mean, he's stupid enough to come into your house with uninvited while everyone's sleeping and ¿cómo se llama? They're vulnerable. Like he's got to know that he's got it coming to him, and I'm gonna take full advantage of the stand your ground rule.
So you're pro gun in the house?
Florida, stand your ground. Huh?
You're pro gun in the house?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Doesn't your dad have something like that?
He doesn't.
Your dad has a rifle, right?
Yeah, but they're taken apart. They're old. He doesn't use them.
But you're down with having, like, you know, let's say a shotgun in the house or something.
Yeah, like when it comes to
safety and stuff.
I mean, when I don't have kids now, so it's easy to speak.
Nah, let's say you have kids.
If I have kids, regardless if I have kids or not, like, I need a safe for the gun, and I need to be really careful about it and take precaution. Obviously, I'm not stupid when it comes to that. You won't see me on any live leak or, you know, YouTube fail videos about, you know, blowing my own head off or something. But
that's crazy.
I definitely would take advantage of the rights given to you in this country and have a gun in the house, because you'd rather have it and not need it than, you know, need it and not have it. So
when you mentioned the thing about the safe, that reminded me. I think it happened in Florida too. This family, they took, I don't know why they took their little girl to a gun range. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
They took her to a gun range and they gave her an automatic weapon.
Yeah, bro.
And there was an instructor showing her how to use the gun. And when she pulled the trigger, the recoil pulled the gun up and she shot the instructor in the head.
But you know what, though? There is a stipulation with those guns places that you have to be, I think, at least 16.
Yeah, you should be, because
so they messed up.
The place messed up.
The place messed up.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds like something that would happen in Alabama or something.
Man, I could never.
Dude, did you guys hear that? This guy was talking about it. I don't know if we talked about it or not, but some guy blew himself up in his house.
What?
Because he decided that he wanted to know what happens if you microwave a microwave.
Oh my God.
He put a microwave inside of him.
That should be a Florida man story.
I think it was. No, it wasn't a Florida man. It wasn't a Florida man, but I wish it was. So we could talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Dude, the guy put a microwave inside of a bigger microwave and it blew up, and I saw the actual crime thing. Bro, it looked exactly like what you think it looks like. Like, you know, like watermelon stains all over the place. Like if you just blew up a watermelon, just think about how that would explode. That was that guy.
That's ridiculous.
How stoned do you think he was to even try to attempt that?
I don't know why people even do that.
Dude, that's crazy. That is just natural selection at its finest. There's that where you kind of look for your own trouble by being stupid, and then there's like some Final Destination crap, which I heard about the other day, about some dude just waiting at a red light in Tampa, and a helicopter blade comes and chops his head off while he's waiting at the red light.
But he's in his car. He was in his car.
If I'm not mistaken, he was the passenger actually.
Oh man, that's
and the
worse.
Other person got hurt too, but they're alive.
But how did that happen?
So some dude was flying a helicopter and it had engine failure. He needed to make an emergency landing, and while he was landing it was a busy street, it hit like a light post or something, one of the rotors. Jeez. And it flew into the car and just chopped the dude's head off.
Clean. Oh my gosh.
That's Final Destination.
You imagine that? Like, today's
up.
Gonna be a great day. Oh my God, I'm so happy I get to
imagine, like, oh, you know, we're going to spend some time together.
I'm going to my wedding right now.
I think it was a father-son thing.
Oh,
I think so.
Man,
oh yeah, the story just got really sad.
Dude, but I feel like a jerk.
Legit.
Dude, like, oh yeah, let's go fishing. Let's go, you know, spend some good old quality. You know, gone is his
dude.
head.
That's like the same thing with the Miami college thing where the where the bridge just collapsed
Oh
on
my
top of a whole
God.
bunch of cars.
That's
Dude, my
true.
wife was talking to me the other day, and she was like, "I'm so scared to go under bridges." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Because of what happened in Miami. You imagine just sitting there?"
Yeah.
And she says when she goes on Turnpike, because you know they're building those.
Yeah, I
she's
think
like,
about that
she's
every
like,
time.
She speeds through that
Every time I think about that.
Really?
And you know what? I see it
never
on the
think
news from
about
time
it.
to time. Like a few weeks ago, I saw it happen in Tennessee. Under like it was a interstate going over like it was a bridge going over actual interstate, and it collapsed on a car.
On one car.
What?
Yeah, on
Dude,
one
you have
car,
to be
and,
the-
and he
that
lived somehow.
He lived.
Somehow he lived.
That's the
But
luckiest
bro,
man
like
in the world.
I
man.
think about that, and Trump's made a big deal about improving the infrastructure, and it's kind of true, bro. Like I be driving sometimes, I'm like, bro, a lot of this
It's
needs
scary,
some
man.
updating, bro. A
Bro,
lot of
have
this be
you
looking
ever been on one
janky.
of those bridges? Like, dude, that bridge on 536 when you're just
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Oh,
about.
coming
bro.
from Disney?
yeah,
On
bro.
Osceola?
Dude, I've been on bridges that I actually feel the bridge
structure.
vibrating. Where I'm like, dude, all it needs is like one heavy truck.
Some of them have those signs. Some of them have those signs like no trucks through.
And then you see the semis.
yeah,
Bro, today I'm going to my new job, bro, and this truck full of gravel. Bro, it was like switching lanes, like the left lane, the right lane, and I couldn't catch a break to pass them. Bro, I think I was waiting for my windshield to just explode in my face. Cause bro, every time, cause they're reconstructing the turnpike, so all those bumps, bro,
dude,
I
turnpike's
could see
terrible,
I could see clumps of gravel. I'm like, bro, this is gonna crack. I could hear like clink, 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 clink. I'm like,
my God.
oh man, that and when the streets rise up and my car goes go boom. When
Oh,
it like
yeah.
goes over, it's like go plunk. Yeah, I'm
Bro,
like,
all
oh
you
my
need is
God.
like you're going one time, you're going too fast, and you just lose control doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that or your front bumper just falls off. You imagine?
yeah, that happened to my friend. One his tire popped,
Uh-huh.
and bro, he just lost control of the car, and he spun out. He lost his bumper. He lost everything, like because his car was kind of lower too. It was a Subaru.
Uh-huh.
And
WRX?
thankfully it was in the middle of the night, and he was under the influence too. And bro, a police stopped and was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "Okay."
And the police kept going.
Oh my God.
What?
The hand of God, bro.
Bro, no, he need to get caught. Bro, I've seen like you have like there was this guy who lost control and went off of a bridge, and was stuck in a tree.
like
like
his car flew into a tree.
Yeah, his car flew into a tree and it stayed
Wow.
there. Dude, I think about that all the time when I go over bridges. Like, I be going pretty fast because I know that, like, the gravity's going to bring my car back down. I slow down, don't get me wrong. But sometimes I'm like, bro, I just want to go like 100 and just see what happens. Just drive.
Get a little bit of airtime.
Bro, I've
And
thought,
watch there be traffic immediately as you crest.
I've thought about
Poinciana daily traffic.
I've thought about that, and like not because I want to kill myself or anything like that, but I've actually thought about like going off of a bridge in a car.
That's that lizard mentality.
Like not because I want to die, but I just want to know like what happens in that situation. Two, the adrenaline of like you literally jumped out.
Become a stuntman, bro.
I feel
Nah,
like
I
that's
got
that
time for that.
same mentality that you have when you're like, standing next to a cliff or like on a high rise
you wanna
you're
jump
looking
off?
down and there's someone with you and you think for a split second, oh, I'm gonna push this nigga down.
No, I've
And then
never.
you're like, nah.
Okay,
I'm never gonna stand next to you,
Yeah,
bro.
for
bro,
real,
it's
me
natural.
either,
That's
me
bro.
either.
You can't say that you haven't had that thought, bro.
No, man.
No, bro, you've had that thought.
yeah, the thought of like.
Yeah, like what would
Nah.
happen? Not saying like, oh, I'm gonna push this guy, but saying like, what would happen if I push this guy right now?
I have the thought more of like, man, this nigga better not push me, bro.
No, I actually in that situation, I actually think about jumping myself. Like
That too, like it goes both ways.
like me actually jumping.
but you
off.
suppress them. You suppress those thoughts because you obviously it's against your better judgment. But your like animal side is like, oh, what would happen?
Like
And then you're like,
I've
no, wait,
I've
wait.
realized like not to go back to those like tragic situations or anything, but I feel that I would react this way. Like if something is gonna kill me, I'll just go towards it. Like if I'm backed against a wall or something, or like or like if I feel like I'm not getting out of this, like
you'd rather face your problem.
like I'd rather just go and just like die. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, give me a scenario.
Like okay,
it's different. Like if
for example, like a shooting, right?
Okay.
And I'm in a room, and let's say I'm in a closet. Let's just say I'm in the closet. There's no way out. The only way out is through the door that I came in to potentially the shooter, right? My logic would tell me that probably be out of fear, I wouldn't move. But I know that at the same time, I'll be thinking, it's only a matter of time before the guy comes in here. And what happens when the guy comes in here, right? So if I follow that thought, I know that at some point I'll psych myself enough to be like, he's going to come to you. He's going to find you. So why don't you just go find him? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'd be the other way around. I'd rather wait last minute, regardless if I knew I was gonna die.
Like if I know I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna let whatever it is gonna kill me.
Like if in a scenario like that, like I'd wait in the room and like wait for him.
Respect to Pulse and all these people who, you know, tragically.
Yeah, this sounds like
this is not something funny. I'm not trying to be funny.
No, yeah.
I'm just
this
going
podcast has been really bleak, really depressing. So I want to switch it up a bit. Bro, I had a situation. We're talking about death, but trust me, this is funny.
You're gonna make death funny?
You gotta find humor in everything, man.
This is the Game of Thrones week, so it goes into our theme of death and White Walkers and undead.
I know you guys don't really go on Facebook a lot, but you know how they added those reaction things?
No, I don't actually.
Like instead of just liking
quick reactions and stuff,
you can like put laughing face, sad face.
Oh, like how you can do in iMessage, like those quick responses, like the thumbs up, the heart.
But they're actual like emojis.
Yeah,
they're actual emojis.
Yeah, but it's like that. But it's the same concept.
Yeah,
as that.
Yeah. Well, someone died, and it was like it was my aunt's husband. So, uncle by marriage.
And you're making fun of it?
No. It was kind of sad, but obviously, because I've known that dude my whole life. But what was terrible about this situation was I saw that, and then I clicked on the reaction button, and then
oh man,
I was like, wait, because she put like a heartfelt message. I'm like, man, I love this, and then I'm like, but wait, she's talking about someone dying, so should I love it? I don't think so. And then I backed out, and then when I backed out, it clicked on the laughing emoji. And I saw it
and
there.
it automatically sends it.
Yeah, and they'll get the notification immediately.
Oh my gosh!
And then
at least it wasn't like
a
dislike. I prefer the laughing face over a dislike.
Yeah,
and you would?
Yeah.
No, like you dislike the fact that he died.
No, well,
you know,
or
you see
dislike the heartfelt message.
Yeah, that's always tricky when it comes to like people posting sad news.
Yeah,
like should you like that or should you not?
No, like when people on Instagram like they post about their like, oh, R.I.P. She was a great woman, all that stuff. Like, do you like those pictures? Like sometimes I feel like I shouldn't like them because like it's not about likes. So I just don't respond. But then I don't like it. But then later I'm like, dang, I should have liked it. Like so they acknowledge,
I'm sure the
dead person that I
care.
saw it. No, I'm talking about the family member.
No, I'm super awkward in with things like that. Well, at least I used to be. I had a teacher whose husband passed away, and I wasn't really close with the teacher. But I guess I was one of her more favorite students, and so she didn't come to school for like 2 weeks. We had a substitute, and then one day like she's just out in the courtyard like watching people during cafeteria, and she comes up to me. She's like, "You never came up to me to give me your condolences when my husband passed away." Like just straight up like that. And I was like, I didn't even know you were back.
She's like, you didn't reach out to me on social media, even though it's inappropriate.
Well, first off, like it's sad and all, but that's kind of douchey. Like you don't go up to someone and be like, why didn't you tell me congratulations or why didn't you give me your condolences? Who does that?
Yeah,
I actually
keep it to yourself.
A lot of people do that.
Nah, you keep it to yourself and make note of it.
And Yeah, because I didn't do it. Because obviously I didn't see her. I didn't have her on social media or anything.
You shouldn't. That's inappropriate.
Or anything like that too. And then when she did come back to school, by that time she wasn't my teacher anymore. I had it was the semester changed and stuff. And just personally, I just didn't get the time to seek her out. And
yeah, but why would she even care at all?
I don't know.
To start with,
dude, that's so funny.
Why would she care if one of her kids
my husband
turned
died? Why didn't you talk to me?
I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like,
oh man,
my condolences.
Dude, that's so funny. Have you guys I don't even know what I was gonna say. Because I have so many things to say. I was on the internet and I was just, Googling things on what we wanted to talk about and stuff like that. And I saw this post and it was, you may go to jail and receive death penalty for taking photos.
Taking photos of what?
Exactly. So I was like, hey, what are we taking photos of? A beach.
What?
Taking photos of a beach, you can get 20 years to life, or the death.
Is it like a private beach or
penalty?
Something?
Huh?
Is it like a private beach?
It's not a private beach,
Where
but
is this?
it's
Saudi Arabia,
North
Korea,
Phuket, Thailand.
For taking pictures of a beach?
Because it has low flying airplanes. So people take photos. They take like those famous or infamous, if you want to call it, those trendy photos of like them holding the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, or like they're like doing that and they're like holding onto the wings.
With the flash like messes with the people or something?
No, they just don't want people on that beach. So they're like, the best solution to that is to give the death penalty.
Well, you know what? I thought it was extreme at first, but you know what? I think those types of people honestly deserve that kind of punishment. If you're kind of douchey enough to take those pictures and be that person, I think the death penalty is fitting for those
Is
types
it
of
really
people.
douchey,
Is it though?
I know,
Is
right?
it though?
I would take the photo.
I mean, it's
Then
just a
you deserve to
photo.
die.
Then I'm
I
gonna
don't
get
think
the
my
death
life
Then
penalty.
we need to find new hosts.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get the death penalty.
Are you the
Yeah.
type of person to lean against push against the tower, leaning tower of Pisa too? Would
I
you do that?
probably would. Honestly, man.
My sister did that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
your sister
I'm
did do
joking. Obviously, I don't think you should die, but
that. You already said it, but you can't take it back.
no, obviously, who would have that thought? But no, that's funny.
Let me ask you something. Would you do? Would you stand behind of an airplane propeller and like try to stop the G forces like off of the wind or whatever? Would you try to do that?
I would. If I had like mats behind me and
No,
stuff.
there's no mats.
No mats?
Wouldn't you get
No
sucked
mats.
into
On
that?
concrete or grass?
No, like not the propeller, but the engine.
Wouldn't you get
But
sucked
like
into
the
it?
turbine.
No,
the
not,
turbine.
if you're behind it, no.
No,
If
yeah.
you're behind it, it blows.
If you're in
it blows.
front, it sucks you in. If you're behind it,
Like
you're
I don't
standing
know,
in.
still sounds kind of dangerous to me, honestly.
Bro, because there's
I would.
there's
I
like that video of like people. There's like a plane that's about to take off and they're holding on to the fence.
And they're like
And-
their legs are up and
Yeah,
stuff.
but their legs are no. And some girl, she couldn't hold on, so she rolls like into a ball into a concrete wall, bro. And then
oh my
no,
God.
like not like a concrete wall, but like one of those like little brick walkways that like
I got you.
it's like the floor and then it's like a higher level. So she ran into that and then it continued to push her over it. So she like hit it with her face and then rolled over it and then went into sand and just continued to go. And she went
man.
off the screen.
It's stupid, regardless. But I think I would do it.
I would do it 100%.
I'm an adrenaline junkie,
Me too.
so like I love free falls. Straight
Okay,
up.
I don't know about that. I'm scared of heights, but I like adrenaline. So I have a predicament there.
No, like I would love to go bungee jumping.
I was just about to bring that up, dude. I watched
Yeah.
a video of this guy, and they said like, put your arms like this, and I counted, and when you're ready, just like jump forward. I'm like, bro, I can't do that, dude. I remember in eighth grade, 6th grade actually, we had the I forgot what it was called, but we had an actual course where you like rock climb and then they have like the obstacle course with the like the wires and everything and you have to like do all the things and do it. So I was like, bro, that sounds like amazing. Let me do that. Bro, I didn't think it through. Because when you get up on the pole, there was one, when you get up on the pole, since it's so high, dude, the pole wobbles. Like, it's not sturdy. So you're just, like, kind of like that, and you're holding on. There was one where you had to sit down on a 2x4. Like, on a 2x4, you're sitting on it, right? And it's made like that so that you sit on it and then you just jump off. Like, you just lean forward. It's small so that you just slide off. They said, do it. And I'm like, oh, my, hell no. Hell no. And because, bro, when I got there, and I've seen it, you don't actually, like, it was a zip line down, but you don't zip line. You, like, go straight and then a zip line. So I was like, bro, I could already feel, like, I'm going to get destroyed. Bro, the first time I said, hell no. I went back down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then a girl went after me. Dude, and she did it standing up. Standing up, she said, I got this. And she went, whoom, and jumped off like that, bro. And then they said, Matthew, do you want to do it? I said, yes. And I
because the girl did it?
Yeah, I went up there and I was like, I'm going to stand up. And I stood up, I was like, no, I'm not going to stand up. I sat down and then I jumped off and it was great. But I actually did that with him.
I honestly, I like activities like that. One activity that I hate, I don't know, like adrenaline provoking activities and stuff like that. I like activities that I hate. Canoeing. And you know exactly why I hate
you
canoeing.
had a traumatizing experience,
bro.
We had like two or three experiences with each other,
and
bro.
It's at the best place that it could possibly happen. To the same place that you got backhanded slapped by your dad. Disney's Wilderness, Fort Wilderness.
That place has a bunch like of experiences with us, man.
Guys, this is the same place that me and Ulises almost got arrested, basically, for vandalism.
If you guys didn't hear the story, check a few episodes ago. It's a funny story.
Me, Jonathan, and his brother Jose decided we're going to get on a canoe.
We didn't decide. We were forced.
You're right. We were forced.
We were in the RV. All right.
We were in the RV. We went on vacation.
Yeah.
If you didn't already realize that.
Yeah, we're on vacation with our families and stuff. I'll say the first part. You can say the rest. And mind you, we always have a busy schedule. So for us, a vacation sometimes is doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like relaxing, watching movies, just talking, like playing games and stuff. Like for us, that's relaxing. Our parents were like, "Oh, we came here, so you guys could just lay in the RV. We're out here in nature and stuff. Go do something. You guys better go canoeing. We reserved the spot for you guys to go canoeing." All right, bet, fine. So me, my brother, and Matthew, we ended up going canoeing because we were forced. First, we had issues getting on the canoe.
Yeah, stop for a second and explain that, because the guy said, "Okay, it's not a." Okay, let's just go ahead and start saying with this first. Jonathan wasn't this fat.
I wasn't.
He was skinnier.
Yeah.
And I was always skinny, so that didn't matter. You know, Jose is a little bit bigger than us. So we were like, he should be the anchor. He should be in the back. No, he should be in the middle.
Yeah.
He should be in the middle. They said, no, he needs to be in the back.
And they put me in the middle.
Yeah, they put him in the middle and me in the front. So you already know the canoe's like this.
Yeah.
Bro.
So they tell us, go around this tree. All you have to do is follow this thing and it takes you in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Yep. So as we're going down the stream, right, we're already there. We're talking crap.
I have my phone out.
Oh, yeah.
We're taking videos. I have my wallet.
And while we were getting on the boat, mind you, the guy's telling us, he was like, in case of anything, just honk this air horn. And someone will come pick you guys up and help you. He was like, leave all your items like electronics here just in case.
I didn't hear that part.
And so we went down the stream on our way talking crap, and we get to a crossroads. We could either go right or go left. Mind you, we see people down on our left side, people we know, people we came with. So,
and the stream was huge.
It was, man.
Like, the stream was like wide enough for like 10 boats at the same time. It was good. And we saw some other friends that we were with, and we're like, what way do we have to go? They said, go left. Go left, and it's going to take you where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, we made that left, and then we went to where they were, and they said, just keep going down straight and then make the left. Mm-hmm. We're like, okay. So we keep going down straight. we did not see a left at all.
Bro, we ended up at some dead end.
Like, it was a dead end. It looked like 3 giant sewer pipes like that on a wall. And they were like, where the heck are we? And, bro, we've been rowing already for about 20 minutes.
So we do a U-turn, and we find, like, this other left. So we're like, oh, maybe they meant there.
Yeah.
So we go through there, and at first it was fine. Bro, then we get to another dead end.
Yeah, we got to a dead end.
But then there, I don't know what happened, but Jose was, like, trying to, like, shuffle in his seat, and it made the boat go like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And, bro, we couldn't recover it.
No, it was before that, though. Because before we got to that point, we were already talking about, like, turning around, just going back the way we came.
Yeah.
And we're talking about going back. Like, guys, we should just go back. And then we're like, no, let's just keep going. Like, we can find our way out through here. We'll be fine. He's like, no, let's just honk the horn or just turn back or something. And he said, no, we just kept going. And then we just kept getting deeper. Another 5 minutes went by. Another 5 minutes. Then that's when Jose started moving.
Yeah, he starts moving the thing, bro, and we can't recover. Like, oh, whoa, and we fall into the water, bro. My phone, my wallet. So my immediate reaction was, like, because I've seen it so many times, I already know the first thing I need to do is grab my phone from my pocket and throw it right to the shore. So, bro, I got submerged in the water. I grabbed my phone, boom, and I just tossed it, dude. I just tossed it where I knew that there was, like,
land, yeah.
There was land. Bro, I forgot I had a wallet.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't my wallet. I didn't have a wallet. Jose had a wallet.
My brother had. I didn't have anything on me, thank God.
No, but all he had was the sandals. No.
Yeah. And then both of you were able to get out of the boat.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to get out of the boat when it flipped over.
He was underneath it.
So I was still kind of underneath the boat. And then when I got out, I stepped in, like, the bottom of the floor. My chancleta, my sandal, sunk into the floor. I lost one of my sandals. And then, mind you, the boat is now flooded underwater. The 3 of us are on shore thinking, what the heck are we going to do? And then we finally decided, you know what? Let's just honk the horn. When we try honking the horn.
No, we didn't. That's not what we did.
What did we do?
No, we got the boat back, and you guys were like, yo, let's honk the horn. I said, no, we're not going to honk the horn. We're not going to. Like, yo, we can do this. We don't need help. We can do this. So we go back in the water. We get the boat. We recuperate everything. We start going.
We had the hardest time. Man.
Yeah, we start rowing again, bro. We find another trail. Mm-hmm. And we're like, bro, it's been like an hour and a half already.
Yeah, and mind you, this trail that we found, you know how no one's been through the water because the whole top of it is just green.
And
that was the trail we
branches
found.
are coming down over it.
Yeah, we said, you know what? We should just probably go through here. Yeah, that looks like a good idea. Yeah. So we ended up going that way. Bro, there's branches underneath the boat and stuff when we're trying to row, and the boat's shaking and stuff, and we just keep going down, down, down.
And it's like we're getting hit in the face with, like,
branches and stuff.
Yeah, because it's like it hasn't been carved out yet.
It was disgusting. And then... So we finally reached a point where we know we cannot go any further.
Because we reached the end.
Yeah, like
we got to the end of the trail and there was nothing there, bro. It was just grass. And we're like, bro, we can't anymore. We legit cannot do this anymore. So I said, guys, let's do the horn now. Like, come on. Bro, he does the horn.
It got submerged in the water. So it had no air or anything. So when we go into it, bro, we were so mad.
And we were like we reached the end of the trail, but we were a couple feet in the water. Like you had to walk, you had to get out of the boat, walk, and then you would get on the land. So we're like, dude, let's just go through here. We're like, forget it. Let's just
leave the boat.
Let's just leave the boat. Let's just go, and they'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, nah, we can't do that. Let's grab the boat. So we got out of the water, bro. We started dragging that canoe.
Yeah. And we're like on an incline, too. Yeah. We were on an incline for something. We're dragging the boat up, and then
somebody's in the back pushing. 2 of us are trying to pull it.
Dude. And then once we get on the thing, we find out we're on a road. Like an actual drivable road somewhere in the Disney forest or whatever. And then 2 Disney workers come out of nowhere. My brother was heated, so like the Boricua, the Puerto Rican, came out of my brother. And he's like, hey, you Puerto Rican? And the guy was like, yeah. He was like, okay.
Esta madre.
Yeah, and then he just starts talking in Spanish.
Bro,
he's basically saying, he's like, bro, we need to get the heck out of here. And I don't know, we got lost. Can you take this boat back to wherever it needs to go? We gotta go. And the guy's just looking at us like,
bro, what?
What? Like, where'd you guys come from?
Bro, and we're like, bro, the boat's there, the stuff are there, the things are there. Ustedes se encargan de eso, bro. Y nosotros nos fuimos. We left, bro. We got back to the thing, and everybody's like, "Where'd you guys go?" We're like, "Where did we go?
Yep.
Where did we go?" It's
Like, you chose to turn left, man.
bro. And like we're
all
chilling,
wet, full of fungo and just nasty swamp water and stuff. It was disgusting, man. I think that was the last time I went canoeing.
Legit, me too.
Yeah. I would have been
spit all
pissed
over
too.
mine.
Not to mention the fact that there's gators everywhere in Florida too.
Bro,
so
we actually thought we saw one with the first
Yeah.
time we flipped.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let me take this time to shout out my niece Abigail. The live ended, but you know, that story took like 15 minutes.
It did,
But
it really did.
Hopefully
It
this
was
is
a long
enough
story.
for you. If not,
It was a long ride.
It
I'm
was a
sorry.
long story. It was a long story, and we didn't have our facts correct.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about funny stories. You don't get them right.
No, you always lie about them. But before we end the
we're
podcast,
not lying. That actually happened.
That story was
100% the truth.
and exaggerated, but I mean it was the truth.
No, it wasn't
Nah,
exaggerated.
it wasn't.
That wasn't exaggerated. We could have definitely exaggerated. Like we got cut or something.
Yeah, it was
Like, one of our legs
snake came
wasn't
out of
working.
like
nowhere.
it was an
that's why it
actual
was able-
gator. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Before we end, I just want to take the time to brag and say the Magic made the playoffs for the first time in my adult life.
Yeah.
7 years in the making of suffering, torture, despair, heartache, and mama, we finally made it.
to get swept in the first round.
Yeah, exactly. Just to be swept in the first round, probably. But hey, we made it. In the Miami Heat did not, and that's just
all that matters.
icing on the cake. All y'all Heat fans are garbage. Y'all suck. I was talking trash to all y'all on Instagram, and all y'all butt hurt right now. Y'all salty. Y'all some salt on some tostones right now, bro. Y'all really You're salty like the Dead Sea right now, bro. Like Salt Lake City, bro. Salty. So, that pleases me to no end, and I just want to take my time and say that I have bought my playoff tickets, and I will enjoy.
You have?
I will enjoy
did?
watching my team play in the playoffs while you guys watch us on TV. Just that's all I got to say.
Yeah, but he's paying to see them lose. We're watching it for free.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
No, it's an experience though. It don't matter if
It
they
is-
win or
it
lose.
is an
It's
experience. It is an experience.
Playoff season is completely different. Than
Yeah,
regular
it's way
season.
different.
No, either way, just going to the stadium and watching it live is an experience, regardless.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Yeah,
Like,
so,
I've actually
I'm hyped about it. I'm excited. I'm prepared to lose my voice and I just have a good time.
I'm actually thinking about getting a season's.
I was
like,
thinking
I
season's
want
pass.
to.
I want to.
It's not smart financially right now,
It's
but
definitely not.
I feel like if you have the money, I feel like it's a good time. It's always a good time to just go like any Tuesday, Thursday, like, oh, let's just go to a game. You just free food, free drinks, free candy. If you get those ultimate seats.
Pastor killed.
Yeah,
killed it.
but did you want to talk about that? Any one of those stories, the poop story or the advice / question that we got, or do you want to leave it for the next show? I mean, it's a lot to cover, but
I'm gonna be honest with you. The live is over, so let's talk about it. And then I'm actually gonna cut out a whole bunch of the death stuff that we talked about, and put this in the place of that.
oh, hey, whatever you want. I mean, I thought some of the death stuff was tasteful.
A
Like,
lot of it though was unnecessary.
I think the dude getting his head chopped off is a very important component.
No, but
to
I'm
the
talking about
podcast.
me talking about jumping off of buildings and like killing myself, and
Oh,
me,
yeah,
and me talking about murdering somebody in my house.
which you've talked about in other
I have.
podcasts as well.
So I'm
You've
just
talked
gonna
about
cut
that,
all
and
that
you've talked
out.
about the mass shooting scenario in
The
other podcasts.
the mass shooting thing. I shouldn't even have brought that up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna cut all that out. Legit. Right? You agree, right? Yeah, you
let's-
agree.
Let's do that.
But you know what's so funny about it? It's gonna mess up the whole video for YouTube.
Is it though?
There'll just be a jump cut. It's whatever. People will be like, "Oh, what the heck?" But it's whatever. They
I'll
won't be
figure
too
it out. It's not
offended.
that serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't say anything. Okay.
Somebody.
Yeah, so we want to talk about yeah, do you want to do the poop one first, or do you want to just talk about the advice one? Which ones do you guys want to talk about?
Poop.
The poop? Yeah, let's do the
Yeah.
poop. Okay. So we've been asking you guys to send us your poop stories. It's not that we don't want to listen to the men, it's just we know that y'all are nasty. And y'all got poop stories for days, but we want some women's. We want some women's. Some
Yeah.
women,
We feel like the
women's.
women's population when it comes to poop stories is majorly underrepresented. So we wanted to give you guys the spotlight, and one of y'all actually came through.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
one
by
of
the way.
y'all
a faithful
brave
follower.
individuals.
Then again, they didn't specify whether they wanted to remain anonymous or not.
let's
I
leave
was
them-
actually about to say they actually wrote, and I don't care if people. This one is about me, and I don't care if people know.
Well, go ahead, blast it out.
Let's do it.
All right. So I want to be very specific with this story, and say that this person might potentially have a intolerance to dairy. Potentially.
It might run in the family.
It
because
might
her
run in the
sister has
family.
it. Yeah, I know her sister for sure has intolerance to dairy, so it's a very high possibility.
So this person is Ulisa's soon-to-be sister-in-law,
Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah.
our valiant
What's
subject
her
of the
her
night.
handle on IG?
Savage Sammy 91.
Shout out Savage Sammy 91. You a faithful listener, man.
All right. So it's not that I don't want to not read your message, but Sam, you wrote a lot of things that I'm not going to read.
We appreciate the extra comments you threw in there for the flair, but it's a lot.
Yeah. So Sam, she went to a mini high school reunion at BJ's.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant BJ's, and then they had their
Pizookie.
kids with them, and she gave one of the girls a ride because she lived in the neighborhood across the street from her. So they were fine, everything was good. They had a good time. They went and they started going home, and on the drive home, her stomach started sending her signals.
Mhm.
She said, like, you need to get home now. You're gonna die. So she said she started sweating. She started sweating, and it was becoming painful. Like she started getting them poop contractions.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You know
Yep.
those things. Have you ever? I'm not gonna say it right now because then I won't say the story.
This is we get distracted.
And
too
I
much,
got,
man.
she got this girl in the car, and they haven't spent time in years, mind you.
Yeah.
And their little kids can't walk either.
Oh god.
So it was like early in the mom career.
Mm-hmm.
And she told her, "Oh my God, I'm not feeling well." And she was like, like, "What'd you order?" And they're like, "I ate a burger." She's like, she said that it started coming out like it was turtling.
Oh, turtle head poking out?
Yeah, like turtle head poking out, like in and outy. She was like, it started coming out. She said that she started getting every single red light. That's the worst.
Dang.
Bro, I hate
You know that
so
when you're
much,
just gonna
dude.
ticket.
Yeah, bro, that was you. That
drop
one
the
time we
brick-
ate the thing. So she said she started to pray to God. She started praying to God. Like, give me green lights, please. Just this one time. Just give me all. And she lives in a busy, like, they have lights everywhere.
Mhm.
So she finally gets to the girl's house, and she was speeding like it was, in her words. I finally get there to the girl's house after speeding like I'm in the Daytona 500. And she's like, she said, "Get out," in a demonic voice.
Oh my god.
Get out. And she was like, take your kid and get the hell out of here.
Get out.
And then the friend tried to say goodbye, but she said she gunned it. She was burning rubber.
Oh my god.
And she
Friend probably
said,
turned around and was like, all right.
"You imagine
Hey,
that?"
thanks for the. Dang, man.
The smoke in your face. So she's like, I'm almost at my house, and she's praying to God, and so I can just imagine she's rushing to get her daughter out of the seat.
Oh, God.
You know when you just like pull her out, you just yanking her out.
The whole yank her with the whole chair. They're like,
Get out! Oh, and she says she's literally dragging her like a rag doll, like on the floor.
Dang.
And then she said she ran to the pond because her door wasn't like her door didn't want to open, and her dad was supposed to fix it.
Jeez.
But her dad didn't, so she couldn't open the door. So then she had to like work with the door until she finally got it open. I'm surprised she lasted this long.
Yeah, I would not. You're a champ.
And like you know that when you're like getting close to the bathroom, it just like
worse.
intensifies
Yeah.
to a place where you're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
dude, yeah.
Like it's somehow like your booty hole knows that the toilet's there and it just
Yeah.
wants to release.
And she was like, I'm wearing a bodysuit. And then she couldn't unclasp it. She's there in the bathroom. She can't unclasp it. If I was her, I'll straight up pull the hole. I'll yank it to the side. I wouldn't even try to rip it off.
What
that
happened?
sucks.
She couldn't pull it off?
She couldn't get the latch off in time, and she pooped on herself. She pooped on herself in front of the toilet in which she were to poop in.
Wow. Such a tragic ending
Oh man.
to such.
She
that
said
was
the
a
moral of the
heroic
story is
effort.
to not wear bodysuits.
Yeah. That seems like the ultimate slap in the face to have made it so far. To have journeyed
close, yet
so far
man.
through the pain,
That sucks.
through the struggle, through the poop pains.
Did she keep the bodysuit? I would have thrown that away.
Bro, I would have burned that thing to, bro, that thing.
Man.
Hell
That
no,
sucks.
bro. Like, I would take all the bodysuits I have after that and be like, nah, this is all going in the garbage.
Like,
Like,
never wear a bodysuit ever again.
nah, I'm glad we don't have to go through things like that. That's crazy. To have gone so far, struggled so much, and right there.
Man.
Destination's right in your eyes. That's some Moses type stuff right there, bro. To have reached all the way to seeing the promise
Promised
after
land.
40 years,
Mhm.
you see the promised land with your eyes, but you can't go in, bro. It's the same thing, bro. You drive with all these poop pains. You're about to
Preach
poop
it,
on
bro.
yourself,
Preach it.
and you see
Preach
the
it.
destination, and you poop all over yourself, bro. That's sad,
Son.
bro.
And we had another person, not a poop story,
A
but
little more serious.
A personal story.
apparently the Patchy Beards are also
Advice giver.
psychiatrists, psychologist, and life counselors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a word from the Hodge twins. This is not licensed, but it's professional. Professional advice here.
I wouldn't even go that far,
Nah,
but
It's not professional
it's
at all.
patchy advice.
It's patchy, just like our beards. It has a lot of holes in them.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of holes in our game and a lot of holes in our advice, but
Maybe you should go get checked out though, because you really wanted us to talk about your relationship problems. So
yeah, I mean, obviously we're not gonna shout this person out because it's a little more personal,
yeah, way personal.
but basically she just had a inkling or suspicion that her man may have been cheating on her because her man was supposed to be with some chick or something, and when she faced, like, he wasn't responding or something, when she FaceTimed him, she had a suspicion that she was in the room with him, in his room, and, you know, she just doesn't feel right about it. She asked us if she was, like, being overly zealous or something,
Mhm.
and that brings up the question, like, do you think you could be friends with the opposite sex while you are married or in a in an intimate relationship with someone else? Do you think that works and your relationship could be fine? And I don't mean like hi bye type of friend. I mean like y'all are always like buddy.
No.
You think that's like does that bother you? You think that can affect the relationship, or do you think it could ever work out in any scenario?
In that girl's case, I would say there's two sides to every story. All right.
Not only one side really matters.
And that's the side of who's the person saying it. But in our case, since we're the Patchy advice givers, I am not at all offering advice. I'm just saying there's two sides to every story.
Dump that, bro.
Yo,
dump him, bro.
You scared me,
Dump
dude.
him. He ain't worth your time, man.
I literally jumped, bro.
Dump him.
I didn't say that.
Dump him. Take it from us. We're all in agreement here. Dump him. He is not worth anything.
I actually didn't say that to her.
Whoa.
Bro,
I didn't finish my thought.
You legitimately scared me, dude. I actually jumped, bro. Jeez.
Nah, I don't know what that was.
Continue what you were going to say.
I'm sick.
What does that have to do with you saying your advice?
I don't know. I'm just sick.
All right.
Okay. So, like I said, it's not advice. Like I said, it's just two sides to every story. So I can't really say like, in her case,
just go off of the information that was provided to you.
And the information that was provided to me, I mean, it just goes down to if you trust them or not too. I don't think.
Correct.
I don't.
She doesn't, obviously.
Yeah. If she's feeling this way, I don't think she trusts him. But I also don't think that, if he's telling her one thing, I think she should trust him. In my case, I'm not married. I do have a girlfriend. But if I'm gonna end up hanging out with a girl, and if I'm gonna be by myself, I definitely do know. I let my girlfriend know, like, hey, I'm gonna be out with this person.
At the very least, yeah.
And especially because for me, the people I do hang out with, they're people who my girl knows too, so there's trust there too. So I'll let her know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this show, or oh, I'm gonna go out to eat with this person. Like my coworker, like I go out to eat, like that's the different scenario too, because I'm at work and stuff.
Yeah, it's a different scenario.
But still, like some girls, sometimes they can
read into it
too much, and they put drama there that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And in your case or in her case, I mean, I haven't read the whole story or into it, but it comes down if you trust them or not.
Yeah, and I feel like if she's reaching out to a podcast of 100 followers on Instagram, then she clearly has trust issues and problems.
No, we're not almost at 200.
Not even. But no, it's more than just a trust thing, though. It also comes to a respect thing,
mm-hmm.
and an optics thing, which goes hand in hand, because I'm of the mindset of like, you can trust her and know that she ain't gonna do anything wrong, but at the same time, like if she's saying like, oh, I'm doing it from my point of view, if she's gonna like say, I'm gonna go to his house and we're gonna watch like a movie or a show together, just them, and I'm like,
Netflix and chill.
I can trust you all I can, like I could give you all the trust in the world, but that just doesn't look right at all.
Yeah,
like that's disrespectful to our relationship.
Yeah, it's not about trust, it's about disrespect.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't look good. So if you're gonna hang out with someone of the opposite sex, at the very least, it should be in public. If you respect that other person, because you guys may not be
your own home
attracted to each other, but like the like your man and the other girl may not be attracted to each other, but at the end of the day, they're putting themselves in a situation for something to maybe occur, and that's also like disrespectful to open the invitation to that happening. So, hablando se entiende todo, talking to each other, you guys can figure out something. You got to hear his side of the story, obviously, but you have to, every relationship has its boundaries set, and you guys need to be clear with each other what those boundaries specifically are, and you guys need to be okay with each other's boundaries with each other. So
That's exactly what I ended up telling her. What I actually wrote to her was 2 things. I told her that some of the information that she provided to me is speculation. She doesn't know what actually happened.
Mhm.
So the only thing that she can do is ask him what happened. That's all you can do. You can ask him what happened, and then it's up to you if you're going to believe him or not. The second part, as to him actually hanging out with her alone and taking her places, just them two alone, I told her that it's not about trust, and it is about trust, and it is about respect. But what I told her was, you should tell him, like, hey, I'm not cool with this. I don't like this.
Yeah, just be real.
I'm not cool with it.
Was it
I'm
a
not okay
constant
with it.
thing, or was it
No, it was a one-time thing.
Oh.
I'm not cool with it, and this is how I feel about it. And I told her, if he respects you and he actually cares about you, whether he thought it was right or wrong, if he loves you, he'll be like, okay, it will never happen again. Or if he doesn't respect you, he'll do it again. And then at that point, you dump him. Now, going into the thought of, can you be friends with another girl? I will say yes. In
A general setting.
correct. I don't think a one man and a one woman cannot be best friends. They could be friends.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot be best friends. Because they culminate a relationship exactly like a guy who's single and a girl who's single. They hang out, they talk, they get to know each other, and feelings spark up, just like best friends would talk, hang out, and get to know each other. So in that respect, I say no. But I am a married man, so I can speak from a married standpoint. You can be friends with girls as long as they know the woman who you want to be friends with and your wife. So both parties know that we're going to be friends as long as it's appropriate. So I want to chill with her. Okay, my wife is going to be there. I want to go do something and she wants to be there. Okay, my wife will be there. Or it's just going to be a girls thing. Like now that I'm married, I have a lot of friends that are girls. If they're single, I don't hang out with them alone. Point blank. If they're single, it's not happening. If they're married, their husband either has to come or it's just going to be a wives thing. Like I've gotten to the point where now it's like a whole bunch of us are going to go hang out. Like a whole bunch of us were supposed to go to the beach and it was going to end up being like 4 girls and 3 guys or like, or 2 guys. So we said, let it just be girls. And then they were saying like, oh yeah, but your husband's not gonna go. So then it's like, okay, if your husband's not gonna go, then you shouldn't go. If it's gonna be like a whole bunch of guys, I don't also think you should go out with girls if it's like 3 girls, 3 guys. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Wait. When you say 3 girls, 3 guys,
Like there's
implying they're all single?
no, not even that. It's just like
mismatched pairs.
yeah, like you can be friends with the opposite sex in general settings, but then it also comes down to how is that general setting looking like? Is it gonna be like 2, 2, and 2, like 3 girls, 3 guys?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and like each of those 3 girls and 3 guys are in a relationship.
Not even. It's just the fact that it's 3 girls and 3 guys. At some point, it's gonna be 1 guy with 1 girl, 1 guy with 1 girl, 1 guy with 1 girl, or it looks like it's 1 guy, 1 girl, 1 guy, and 1 girl. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I hang out with girls, I say, you know, you want to hang out? Cool. Just let us know when you want to hang out with us. Because my wife will be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if somebody asks me for a ride, not that I can't give a ride, but I actually say, my wife will give you a ride.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that kind of changes.
Yeah, I think everything that you would do buddy with whoever it would be of the opposite sex, you should be doing with your
Significant
actual
other,
partner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also think about that too. Is what I'm going to do something that I would do with my wife?
Exactly.
If it's yes, then it's a date. If you pay for her, it's a date. Point blank. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they don't have money. It doesn't matter. If it's you and them alone and you guys go out and you pay for the girl, that's a date, dude.
Yeah.
That's a date. I don't care.
Your partner should always be your best friend of the opposite sex. Point blank. That's it. End of discussion.
Yeah. So the question of the day.
Can you be friends with like?
Can you be friends with the man or not? Nah. The question today is: would you rather spend the day with your favorite athlete or your favorite movie star?
Athlete.
Straight up, you didn't even let me finish it. You already chose the athlete.
Yeah, man.
This
Derrick
dude's
Rose?
all over
Yes.
D-Rose.
Derrick Rose, come on, man.
Yes.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
D Rose.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be Jonathan Rose, who's gonna be married
Changed
to
my
the guy.
name. Now he's
No,
married.
because you're
Yeah,
beyond.
Jonathan would legit ask him to adopt him as his son.
Yeah.
He would legit go up to Derek and be like, "Hey, can I be your son?" Like,
And Derek would pull the no.
I want to be his friend, but he's married, so in a setting that'll look bad.
I would choose I would choose a movie star, but I don't know which one I would choose.
The Rock.
Nah,
The Rock is
Ooh, The
definitely
Rock
in that choice.
changes it a bit.
The Rock is definitely one in that choice. Kevin Hart is another one. Joe Rogan is another one. Brendan Schaub is another one. Well, they're not even movie stars. So just
Yeah,
movie stars,
yeah.
The Rock, Kevin Hart.
I'd feel like
It'd
some
be-
of them
it-
would be a drag though,
Yeah.
like movie stars. Like
It'd be-
serious actors, like I feel like they'd be kind of like meh to hang out with, just unless except for the crazy ones that party hard. But
That I would even do that. That's not my thing.
yeah, so
For me, it'd be between The Rock and this person.
nah, I'd
the
go
Kevin
with
Hart.
athlete. I'd go with athlete. I'd,
What athlete would you use or choose?
I'd probably go with Peyton Manning or Kobe Bryant. One of those two. Those are two athletes I grew up
Tom Brady.
only to get on his good side and then possibly wait for a moment for him to turn around and give me his back.
And you stab him in the back.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Now let me ask you this: talking about stabbing somebody in the back, would you rather be on a survival reality show or a dating game show?
Dating game show.
Dating game show,
This is
really?
hypothetical.
yeah,
Single
yeah. Hypothetical.
These
questions are
for
all
sure.
hypothetical.
Why would I want to freaking
Like
go
naked and
versus
afraid?
walk off in the
No,
middle
naked
of
and
nowhere?
afraid.
Naked and afraid? Nah, yeah, I do dating.
Nah, yeah. And
Bro,
why would I want
You're
to?
against all these other guys. That's so much competition. I don't know if I can handle it.
Why would I want to like suffer for a week and watch the cameraman eat their snacks in front of me while I'm just over here dying? And
Yeah, that's true.
You have to
man.
make some clothes out of your whatever it is to cover yourself.
and people will say, "Oh, but you know, if it's like in the naked and afraid thing, you're with another girl and she's naked." Yeah, but y'all are stank.
Yeah, but
Y'all
you
booty
know how much
stank.
it hurts to walk on rocks with no shoes on?
Oh yeah.
Just that alone makes them like, nah, bro.
Yeah, no, that seems like too much
yo,
stress.
Just think about
I would
sitting
be
on a
scared
tree
to
branch.
fight a boar naked
Bro,
too.
just think about sitting on a tree branch naked.
No,
Dude, that would hurt. Oof, that would hurt.
no, no,
Damn,
man.
bro, that tear
Dating
up
game
your
show all the
nads,
way,
There's
bro.
some
Yo,
things-
but what if it's a girl that you actually don't find attractive, dude?
I feel like
Yikes.
I'd be okay.
a
with
lot
that.
of people there have said that, dude, there's like nothing sexual going on at all because that's the last thing on your mind. Like you're just trying to survive.
No, I'm talking about the dating show.
Oh, the dating show.
Like the girl that you're trying to
I was thinking about
get.
survival thing.
Like Bachelorette, but the girl's not even that attractive to you.
all right,
That sucks.
I'd be okay. I'd stay on the show for a while and just.
Yeah, it
I'd
depends.
rather be on that than be on
That
a survival thing.
or like those shows where it's like multiple men and multiple women, and then they like vote who they want off the island. That's a better scenario.
The Survivor.
That is no, that's not the show.
But that's how it is.
Yeah, it's like you have to create, like your goal is to create a relationship with someone, or you get kicked off.
Dang.
I still might go with the dating show.
Me
to
too.
Be honest.
100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
100%.
survive naked and afraid.
With that being said,
we out.
wait, hold up,
Oh,
real quick though, real
never
quick.
Never mind, we're not out.
Real quick. Reminder, to keep sending us your poop stories and keep sending us the Game of Thrones stuff, even though we're about to record it. But if just in case we do any future episodes on that, and send in your questions for the Avengers episode we're gonna be doing in a few weeks too.
Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, rate, review, all that crap on
YouTube,
Apple Podcasts.
Spotify,
Yep.
Apple Podcasts,
YouTube's
and
coming soon.
Stitcher app.
Yeah.
And Instagram.
Stitcher coming soon and YouTube coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. I know a lot of you guys like seeing our faces and it feels more personal to you guys. So be on the lookout for that. And just keep up with the support, guys. We need as much support as we can get in these beginning stages. So much love to those who do so.
All right, now,
With that being said,
and his cough, we're out. Out.